Hello, hello! Bl'Art here, with Dare to Defy 6, the Reno intersecting Wills Shinryu Redux fight. We're bringing a team of Sephiroth, Gabronth, and Desch. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, leave a comment down below, and sit back to enjoy. So, man, I guess, after making our way through Tier 10, this definitely felt like a bit of a breather fight. They don't really do a whole lot, feels like. The mechanics of the fight are pretty straightforward. They do a bunch of brave attacks, and every so often they do carpet bomb. They mostly only do carpet bomb at those health thresholds you see there. Two of them anyway. It really just, not a whole lot going on here. Because I saw the helicopters and remembered carpet bomb being a scary attack, I brought hyper mitigation on this team with Desch and Gabronth keeping us safe. Their force time is cancelled by going into a lightning melee force time, so I figured, Desch enchanting and Gabronth should do the job. I do have Desch's FR in the background in case we need a third FR usage, but luckily we didn't. I really didn't want to have to use Desch's FR here. It's not good. Desch in general is kinda not great, not in a great place. But it's okay, Sephiroth and Gabronth are here to make up for that. Gabronth himself is mostly just kind of a utility mitigator character. His damage is okay here thanks to synergy, but I'm hoping it holds up. I'm a little worried it's not going to once he's out of synergy. It's really going to be on Sephiroth to carry us for damage during this fight. But you can see here, they just mostly brave attack us over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of dumb. 2 minutes in, I think I've kind of covered the entire fight. It's interesting that, so, I guess, what else is there to say? They, once again, the force time freezes if you counter it. The enemy boss time, let me start that over. The boss's force time freezes if you hit them with thunder. It doesn't cancel. So I guess once again this is like a enemy boss turn kind of encouraging style of play, They're trying to get you to use Reno, who's all about letting bosses have turns and not doing a whole lot with them. And they take zero. The one annoying thing is if you don't cancel their force time, during their force time they take 0 HP damage. Kind of like how we just took. Go figure. So you can see there's 0 damage. I was just trying to get Sephiroth in position so we can go ahead and hop into that Thunder Enchanted Gabronth Burst. So let's look at this. Bam, 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 bam. Ah, good stuff, good stuff. 0 damage from the force. Kind of annoying, but worth it since it means we get to just beat them the heck up. We're going to actually, with Desch, because he does so little damage, we're actually going to be using his basic HP attack there, because we don't want to break them both. We want them taking turns during this force time so that it ticks down, because we don't want them coming out of it with 5 turns still left on it. And all of Desch's skills are AoE. We got the Sephiroth Burst now in effect. I guess in hindsight I could have used this before going into force time, but it works out okay. Got to get the damage from the finisher from to have the burst time bonus. Or force time bonus, jeez. Sorry, I just woke up, so I'm a little bit fuzzy-headed. Once again, Desch with the basic HP attack to keep the enemies from going. And I just said, you know what, heck with it. The way things are going to work out, I'll push them back with an AoE move for Sephiroth because his EX is worth using. There you have the threshold attack, Carpet Bomb, once you push him past 80%. I want to say the other Carpet Bomb happens at 20%? It might be 30%, I forget. They go into Runaway, which passively increases their attack and turn rate at one of those 2 thresholds toward the end. And I think it's Runaway at 30 and then Carpet Bomb at 20. And at 50, they just get generic stat boosts. So we're once again going to try to let them take 1 turn after this one in order to get rid of that force time, but in the meantime, holding onto that Sign Call, I just said, we don't need to use Sign Call yet. We'll save Sign Call for later in the fight for the second force time, which we will need to use. Gabronth's FR is serviceable alongside Sephiroth, but it's not the one-size-fits-all solution that, say, like a Terra or a, what's his name, Tidus or Cam would be in this situation, just kind of flowing through them. Getting some good damage there with Gabranth, and there we go. Alright, their force time is gone, and Sephiroth is about to take us home, so to speak, for this force time. With a nice scintilla. There we go. There's about 10 million damage there coming out of that, and that's a good way to get out of force time. You know, it's funny, for Dare to Defy, I ended up, I used Sephiroth and Gabranth in the Odin fight for Dare to Defy, but ended up going back and reclearing it with the Excalibur, Scott on Lightning Leo selfie team. You can check that out on YouTube if you want to hear more, see more about that. I realized I think I actually didn't need to do that though, because this fight fell over so easily. I think I could have cleared it with a much weaker team than the one I ended up bringing. Some like Desch Galif or something. And then we have one team after, one more fight after this, which I think is a magic damage fight. Like you want to bring magic damage users because Cloud of Darkness. So yeah, I think I'm probably the only one who did this, who like really kind of overthought Dare to Defy and ended up over-preparing and having a lot of big guns in reserve for these last two fights, which I think are going to be a lot less intimidating than some of the stuff we've already dealt with. Thinking of Odin, Tier 10, and Red Comet in particular. And I guess Blue Pulse too. That was a big damage check that Fuchin asked of us. So yeah. In the meantime, I'm just, you know, hitting buttons, slowly working my way through these helicopters' health. There's not a whole lot to say though, like, they're just kind of tanky. And we're hitting them with damage. We are once again going to let their FR charge, their FR gauge is going to charge up before ours. We're trying to get into a position where, you know, Gabranth is ready to be charged as well and can counter it. And so, this means in order to get us to that full charge in time, we're going to hop into Sephiroth's burst phase. It feels kind of, the weird thing about the Sephiroth-Gabranth combo is since you generally need 2 force times, you kind of need to separate Sephiroth's burst phases, or his burst uses, so you never really get to set up a, like, in an ideal world, you could get Sephiroth's burst phase going, or burst effect going, I should say, then Gabranth FR, and then go into Sephiroth's burst phase because he's going to be the one doing the most damage on the team on turn, and so you're going to want him to take as many turns as possible, but in practice, you end up actually really needing 2 uses of Sephiroth's burst effect, because you're going to be using 2 FRs. So you never really get to line up a really big Sephiroth BT phase, which is kind of sad. Anyway, here we go. We have charged it up. Aspiration time. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, I used the Gabranth burst during the first force time. Wanted to get that finisher in effect, get that HP cap up. As you can see, the mitigation from the burst helped us survive the carpet bombs. Barely any damage taken. And we even got to go through Sephiroth's birth phase with the burst effect up. So that was kind of nice. Lasted a good long time. Gabranth isn't super fast, so having it lasting 8 turns is pretty sweet. Gotta go ahead and use Innocence now. The game plan here is to get to 6 turns left on burst, or on the burst counter, whatever you call it, or the force count, force time. 6 turns left of force time. Jesus, words are hard. And then go into summon here with Bahamut. Because now we have, you know, we have that sweet EX charge. We have the raised HP cap from the summon. We have dealing damage from the summon, and we're just going to be maximizing our damage here because we have one more threshold to go. We want to try to kill him during. Okay, oh yeah, mechanic speaking. They carpet bomb, then they run away after, I think? I don't know. You know, it doesn't matter. I think they have one more carpet bomb saved after this. I'm trying to outrace it. That was what's happening here. We're bringing in Cyan here because he does a ton of damage. It does mean that we lose out on a Sephiroth turn, but it's probably worth it. Honestly, it probably adds up about the same. Now, for some weird reason, Sephiroth does his EX and it's awesome, and then for some reason, he takes the next turn even though Gabranth was going next. No complaints, it was just weird. Anyway, there you have it. Reno intersecting wheels, well, the Dare to Defy version, out of the way. So, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.